Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, if you've been paying attention to the NFL landscape lately, you know that the AFC North has been a battleground, a division that's not just about bragging rights but about serious playoff implications. And right now, a comment made by one of the most respected and well-known NFL insiders, Adam Schefter, has stirred the pot even further, especially among Steelers fans. Just last week, during a live broadcast, Schefter posed a question that immediately grabbed everyone's attention, a question that seems to carry a lot more weight than just casual banter. Schefter asked, "I wonder if the people in Pittsburgh are paying attention after the contract signed by Jennings with the San Francisco 49ers. That small comment, folks, has sparked a firestorm of discussion, debate, and speculation across social media platforms and Steelers fan forums. You see, Schefter's words aren't just idle chatter. This is someone whose opinion and insights are highly regarded in the NFL community. When he raises a point like this, it's because he's sensing something beneath the surface, something that might be indicative of wider shifts in the league and in how teams are positioning themselves for the upcoming season. But why would he specifically mention Pittsburgh? That's the question that's on everyone's mind. Is he suggesting that the Steelers are somehow overlooking key opportunities? Or is he hinting that the fans' focus might be elsewhere? Could it be a subtle reminder that the team needs to step up, that the division is getting tougher, and that the Steelers can't afford to rest on their laurels? Let's dig a little deeper into this. Jennings, the wide receiver who recently signed with the 49ers, is a player that's been gaining momentum over the last couple of seasons. He's shown flashes of brilliance, especially in the red zone, and has become a reliable target in San Francisco's offense. His decision to join the 49ers, especially after multiple other offers, raised many eyebrows. It's not just about the money, it's about the opportunity. Jennings sees something in the 49ers system, something that could propel him further, perhaps even into the spotlight as a key piece for a team with Super Bowl ambitions. Now, compare that to what's happening with the Steelers. Pittsburgh is a franchise with a legendary history, a team that has always prided itself on its tough, gritty style of play. But this offseason, some fans and analysts have expressed concern that the team might be losing some of its edge, that maybe the focus isn't as sharp as it used to be. And Schefter's comment seems to touch on that, whether intentionally or not. It's as if he's questioning whether the fans and the team are truly locked in, whether the city's passion is enough to keep the Steelers at the top of the division, or if perhaps some are already looking elsewhere. But let's not forget something important. The Steelers have a rich history of resilience and overcoming adversity. Their roster, even after some offseason changes, still boasts talented players who are hungry for success. The team's leadership, including the coaching staff led by Mike Tomlin, has always emphasized focus, discipline, and unity. And yet, in a league where every detail matters, and where the competition is fiercer than ever, even a small distraction or complacency can be costly. This is where the fans come into play. Pittsburgh is known for its passionate, loyal fan base, the kind of fans that paint their faces, fill the stadiums, and cheer relentlessly through thick and thin. The city's love for the Steelers is legendary, rooted in decades of success, heartbreak, and unforgettable moments. But in recent times, with new rivalries intensifying and other teams making bold moves, there's a sense that the Steelers need to reassert themselves not just on the field, but in the minds of their supporters. That's why Schefter's question resonates so deeply. It's a wake-up call, a reminder that in the NFL, nothing is guaranteed, and every season demands full dedication. Now, looking at the current state of the Steelers' roster, there are a few key factors to consider. The team's quarterback situation, for instance, remains a topic of much discussion. Kenny Pickett, the young quarterback who's been gradually developing into a leader, has shown flashes of great potential. His growth will be crucial if Pittsburgh wants to compete at the highest level. The offensive line, too, has seen some adjustments, aiming to provide better protection and open more running lanes for Najee Harris. Harris himself is a focal point of the offense, a player who's been a workhorse but needs to elevate his game to help take pressure off Pickett. On the defensive side, the Steelers continue to build their reputation as a hard-nosed, defense-first team. Players like T.J. Watt are still the anchors of that unit, and their ability to pressure the quarterback and create turnovers is vital. The defense's performance can often be the difference in close games, and with a more balanced offense, the Steelers could be serious contenders. But the league is evolving, and so must they. Schefter's question about Pittsburgh's focus is a subtle nudge, emphasizing that every detail, every game, and every play counts when it comes to chasing a Super Bowl. In terms of expectations, the Steelers are aiming high. After a season that saw flashes of brilliance, but also some inconsistencies, the goal is clear. They want to return to the playoffs and make a deep run. The AFC North is particularly competitive this year, with teams like the Ravens and Bengals also vying for supremacy. The Ravens, with Lamar Jackson, are always a threat with their dynamic offense and aggressive defense. The Bengals, led by Joe Burrow, are looking to build on their recent success and establish themselves as the division's dominant force. In such a landscape, every game is a battle, and the Steelers know that they have to be at their best week in and week out. So, what does all this mean for the Steelers and their fans? It's a reminder that in the NFL, perception can be reality. If the division perceives the Steelers as vulnerable or less focused, it can influence their approach in games. Conversely, if Pittsburgh responds to this kind of talk with even more determination, they can turn it into motivation. That's the kind of culture that Mike Tomlin has cultivated over the years: resilience, mental toughness, and an unyielding desire to prove doubters wrong. And let's talk about some of the players who will be critical in this upcoming season. Aside from Kenny Pickett, Najee Harris will need to continue his development as a dual-threat back, contributing both on the ground and in the passing game. The offensive line must provide him with better protection, allowing him to showcase his talent without constantly facing pressure in the backfield. On defense, Watt's leadership and pass-rushing ability will be instrumental, especially in clutch moments. The secondary, although not as highlighted in recent conversations, will need to step up and limit big plays, especially against high-powered offenses in the AFC North. The Steelers' coaching staff, led by Mike Tomlin, will also play a pivotal role. Tomlin's leadership is legendary, and his ability to motivate and adapt has kept Pittsburgh competitive through thick and thin. His emphasis on discipline and mental toughness will be tested again this year, especially as the team faces tough opponents early in the season. The young players, including the rising offensive and defensive stars, will need to step up and absorb the pressure, channeling the city's passion into on-field performance. As we look ahead, the Steelers are in a prime position to make a statement. Their schedule, their roster, and their mindset all point toward a potential deep playoff run if they can capitalize on their strengths and address their weaknesses. And that brings us back to Schefter's question. It's not just about the contract of Jennings or what that means for the 49ers. It's about the bigger picture, the importance of focus, passion, and unity for the Steelers. Because if they're paying attention, if they're laser-focused and driven by the city's unyielding support, there's no doubt they can achieve greatness again. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you believe the team is truly locked in and ready to dominate? Or do you think there's still work to do in keeping everyone's eyes on the prize? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news. Remember, this season could be one of the most exciting yet, and with your support, we're all part of this journey. Let's rally behind our team, keep the passion alive, and aim for another Super Bowl run. Because in Pittsburgh, football is more than just a game, it's a way of life. Thanks for being here, and as always, let's go Steelers.